TTFs, trainers, teachers, facilitators, hello everyone. Lockdown can stop economic growth, right? But it cannot stop one from attaining knowledge. And that's a fact. So you TTFs, you as knowledge givers have an eminent role to play. Impart your knowledge and skills in such a way that others are able to cope up with this chaos and with all that new normal that's happening right now. A very well said statement is that a mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, a superior teacher demonstrates, and a great teacher inspires. TDFs, this is Astha Gill and I'm here with the wrap-up session of a Chalk That Talks series. And without this session, the series would have been incomplete because it has to be wrapped up. This video is the last session of Train the Trainer series season 1. Welcome everyone. Guys, the earlier 5 videos on a Chalk That Talks series have taken you all through many aspects of teaching and training. And I'm glad that so many of you have liked the videos and are using the tricks and tips in your sessions. Now that we have covered the teaching and training concepts and aspects, we need to actually understand the importance of closing the session. We have to close whichever session we conduct. And it has to be done with the same zeal. So closing has to be basically with a proper feedback. Now, have you heard of feedback? Feedback forms are generally used by trainers and facilitators during their sessions, and they do that even if they are doing a 1 day, 2 days workshop. They generally take feedback from their students or their attendees. However, teachers generally do not take feedback, and they don't have this concept in schools or colleges, but they have the concept of PTMs. So we are going to talk about PTMs as well. School days hum sabko yaad hai, with some pleasant and of course some obvious unpleasant experiences. काफियों को तो जेल जैसा लगता होता था स्कूल, एंड सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग होता था नोटोरियस गैंग के लिए, बिकॉज उनको बड़ा मज़ा आता था. सारा दिन तो वो स्कूल में मस्तियाँ करते थे, सो उनके लिए सारा साल बहुत ही अमेजिंग रहता था, एंड दे वर प्रीटी कंफर्टेबल इन स्कूल लाइफ. बट हर क्वार्टर में एक टोर्नाडो आता था उनके लिए, एंड दैट टोर्नाडो यूज्ड टू शेक देम अप. You know which tornado am I talking about? Yes, I'm talking about the PTMs, the Parents Teacher Meeting, which used to shake them up for at least a day or two. And those toppers, उनके लिए बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग होता था, बड़े प्राइड के साथ आते थे स्कूल में, तारीफ पे तारीफ मिलती रहती थी. और बाकी सारे हम लोग क्या करते थे, टेंशन के मारे बैठे रहते थे कि अब क्या होगा, जान निकली रहती थी PTM के नाम से. And this concept is actually used worldwide, the concept of PTM. And of course, for obvious reasons, with some common objectives. So PTMs are quite popular. And so from complaints from both the ends to some general school guidelines and some tips and suggestions coming from the teachers, some from the parents' side, and some form fillings, then some donation thing happening. So this is what the PTMs used to be all about, isn't it? Now what the trainers and facilitators are actually doing is that they ask the candidates to fill up feedback forms, and these feedback forms are generally done after the session so that they can get a feedback about the whole program that they have conducted. In most of the cases, unfortunately, these feedback forms are actually an eyewash. They are just a formality. However, what we haven't formally accepted and applied till now is the concept of STM. Now it's quite possible that you haven't heard what this concept is all about. STM, with that I mean students, teachers meet, is a concept which is the need of the hour. So teachers, if you are saying that PTM is the concept which is taking care of the feedback thing, and if the facilitators and trainers are saying that our feedback forms are sufficient, I'm sorry, they are not. More than the parent, it is actually the student who needs to have a personal meeting with his or her teacher. Coming to trainers and facilitators, yes, a student and teacher personal meet is again very, very important, and we are going to talk about that in this session. PTM is a concept that is used in schools since, I think, donkey years. Half of the time, teachers don't know what to talk about the student because they hardly know the student. And you can't really blame the teachers for this because the class size that they are handling is colossal. So they go crazy, and half of the time they are not even aware what to talk about a particular student. So they would generally say, okay, आप बताइए, पेरेंट्स से पूछ देते हैं कि आपको कोई डाउट है तो I'm here, I'll help you, please tell me, what would you like to know about your ward? So that's one thing that they generally do. They would generally give a feedback, एक general सा feedback दे देंगे, या फिर the most dangerous part is when they mix up the behavioral traits of two students. So किसी एक का behavior गलती से किसी और के पेरेंट को बता देते हैं. Now that's scary. अब इसमें होता क्या है that when you give a vague idea about the student, so parents तो डाउट में रहते ही रहते हैं. They are they are puzzled कि अच्छा ऐसा feedback है, and the student definitely gets into trouble. So, but yes, I understand PTM is essential, noted, period. But STM, that's a mandate. It has to be there, and it has to be there for all age groups. And by that I mean, on a very serious note, yes, all age groups. So be it primary section, be it the secondary section, be it the senior gang that you're handling, or adult learning, in every concept of teaching, we have to make sure that STM is applied. Because from school teachers to facilitators, everyone needs to wrap up the session, everyone needs to get and also give correct feedback. So if you want to give and take correct feedback, it's important to have STMs. Let us first understand the concept of STM. Okay, so STM, that is the students teacher meet, is basically meant to have a personal meeting with the student. Okay, so here it's a meeting between the teacher, trainer or facilitator and his or her student. Okay, so basically it's a meeting to know each other. Okay, so that's gonna happen through a personal session. And what you also need to remember is that if you're having a personal session, then of course your 100% attention has to be towards what the student is talking about. So the objective is that yes, you're there and you're listening to whatever he or she has to say. So 100% attention is an important concept of STM. Then next, what we need to remember is that STM is meant to give the student an opportunity to speak his heart out. So basically the student is going to share a lot of things with you, his apprehensions, his doubts, his concerns, his weaknesses, all that scares him during a session, and blah blah blah. So there's going to be a lot that he would talk about, and in fact he or she should talk about. That's the whole objective of having an STM. So give the student the opportunity to speak his or her heart out during an STM. And of course the feedback is going to take place from both ends. Okay, so here the concept is to give constructive feedback. Okay, so that's going to take place. STM is going to help the trainer or the teacher know the student. Okay, so if I'm conducting an STM, I will get to know a lot about my student through this little meeting that we have with each other, and this is also going to give me an opportunity to tell him about his strengths. I will also be able to tell him that okay, these are my expectations from you, and I expect you to do really well in life, and all of that. And most importantly, we will be able to build a trust in each other. So the teacher and the student both are going to build a trust in each other. Now let me explain you your role during STMs. During a student teacher meet, you are not a teacher, not a facilitator, not a trainer. Then what are you? You are by far a counselor there. Okay, so you're basically conducting a counseling session. Your role during such a meeting is very different from what you actually perform in a classroom session. and you cannot leave this task on counselors appointed by the schools or colleges or officers. You have to do this on your own. You have to play this role on your own. Why? Because here we are talking about building a rapport with our students. So my student, my responsibility. I have to make sure that I talk to my student personally, and for that I don't need a mediator, isn't it? Classroom sessions or training sessions are totally different from STMs. Your role in both scenarios is incomparable. So guys, we can't really compare a classroom session and STM and the role that we play in both the scenarios. Okay, target of a classroom session is of course very different. So if we talk about what are we doing in a classroom, our target is to deliver meaningful lessons, skills, knowledge, and we also have to make sure that there's proper time management when we are doing all of this. We also have to ensure that the students are getting enough take back from us. So they should be able to accept what we are teaching them, and they should be able to take it back with them, use it in a proper manner as well. So that's the concept of a classroom session. But here when we talk about STMs, we have a totally different objective and a target. We have to observe the student. Okay, now probably during a classroom session you have observed the student and you have formed some opinion about the student. See, we as human beings are bound to make opinions. We generally get opinionated at a tries. So I'm not saying that there is anything wrong in it, but I have a request. Whatever opinion you're forming about the students, please don't get judgmental about them. Now, what the purpose is that if you have observed the student, you can use that observation during STM. But if you have not got an opportunity, it's absolutely okay, because STM is meant to talk out and to have a conversation, and then to actually understand the student, form opinions and give feedback accordingly, right? So at the time of STM, it's essential that you communicate and you allow the student to vent out. And trust me, when this happens, the opinion that you had about the student is definitely going to change for sure, because now here it's a personal session happening. You know, I think STMs cannot be organized like any other meeting, because they are very special in every way. And I wish that, during our school days we had this concept. We don't have it even today, but I wish that during our school days we had these STMs where we could have actually got the opportunity to talk so much to our teachers on a personal front. Okay, now we also must discuss the do's and don'ts when we are organizing an STM. So let's get on to that now. Now let us talk about the do's and don'ts of organizing a STM. It's a personal meet, so you have to make sure that no one else is allowed, no other subject teacher, parents तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. It's going to be just you and your student. A principal को साथ में मत बिठा देना. It's just going to be you and your student. Okay, remember that. In schools or education centers, a formal written notice can be sent a few days prior to the students, because that will help the students prepare a Q&A. They are not preparing any Q&A for mathematics problems or any other subject problem. They are going to prepare a Q&A which is going to help them speak their heart out during STM. So give them some chance to do so. Okay. Now also you need to remember that your role as a teacher or a trainer or a facilitator in the classroom is not what you are going to take in STM. Okay, so your classroom discussion on STM should be avoided, because if you are discussing about STMs in the class, then the whole essence is going to get spoiled. So you have to avoid doing that. Keep both your roles, one of a teacher and that of a counselor during STM, separate, isolated from each other. During the classroom session, you are an assertive knowledge giver, right? But during STMs, you are going to be a friend, you are going to be a counselor, a mentor, someone who is motivating the student all the time, so a motivator, and also an influencer. So you cannot be a class teacher or a facilitator or a trainer during STM. So remember these points as your do's and don'ts when you're organizing STMs. Ladies and gentlemen, knowledge delivery is incomplete if you fail to influence your student's life. That notorious student in your class, he might just be an attention seeker. Those bright students might actually be bullies for some students in the class. And those quiet, cornered, insignificant students might just be eagerly waiting to get your attention and get your acknowledgement during a session. STMs can actually be life changers. If you agree, then I think you should start applying this at your workplace. All the very best TTFs, and wishing more and more power to your chalk. I'm sure that your sessions are going to have awesome, the beginnings, and you are going to keep everyone glued to your sessions. So they are going to have a completely gluing experience, and may your sessions wrap up with a life-changing impact for your students. Ladies and gentlemen, do share your feedback. I had an amazing time during this series, and please share your feedback on my email ID. And I would love to catch you all again with a new book with some new lovely chapters in it. And for now, take care, stay safe. All the best. Hey, before you go, like the video if you've liked it, share if you care, and if you want to stay in touch with me, don't forget to subscribe. All the very best, and for now, bye fly fly!